Christian, what happened?
This is not looking good.
Oh no.
What's up everyone? Welcome back to Project V12 Mercedes Part 4. As you remember from our previous episodes, our S600 is slammed on the ground and not supposed to be. So the goal of today's video is going to be diagnosing what the issue is. All we know is that we have a mess of hydraulic fluid in the engine bay. So is it a line, reservoir, pump? That's what we got to determine today. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's get into it.
Let the games begin. Alrighty, Christian, this is the first time the Mercedes has ever been lifted up just a tiny bit. I know this isn't a whole lot, but it's enough for Christian to get under there. Yes, we promise one day we will have a lift in here. That'll help us immensely. Christian will actually have a much better setup.
I don't want to do this. I like this car too much, and when I get under there, I'm not going to like it as much because there's going to be oil leaks probably everywhere. Hydraulic fluid, hydraulic suspension leaks also.
We for certain have that hydraulic leak. I mean, that thing's like pouring out actively. It's already, see all the drips over there? Those are fresh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we just got this car up 2 minutes ago.
It's dripping all over me.
Here we go, moment of truth.
Couple scrapes on the oil pan from driving around like a low rider.
Where? Oh yeah, the oil pan's wet.
Yeah, right here.
So we're gonna wanna wipe that off, and if it comes back, then we know we've got a big problem with the oil pan. That would really suck. Imagine that, a cracked oil pan. Maybe that's why we were so low on oil when we picked it up. If you guys remember from part 1, this car had like, what, 4 quarts of oil in it, and it's supposed to have 9.5?
No, not even 4.
Like 3 quarts of oil. So it makes you wonder if it had a leak somewhere, which obviously I think we're gonna find some stuff.
I can't see anywhere super obvious, maybe just around this oil drain plug. It's kind of pretty rounded, so it's probably, you know, been through quite a few oil changes. And it looks like it's been scuffed up by the pavement a bit. And I wonder if it's scuffed all the way through. It doesn't look all the way through, but it might be.
But our leak is really coming from up here, over there.
More of this corner here, by where the reservoir is at.
All right, just got under here with a much better view at things.
Yeah, started to clean things up just a little bit.
See, there you guys go. You get a better view of the scrape now, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's another leak.
This up here?
Yeah.
Because those are all hard lines, so it must be coming from somewhere nearby.
You see this, Christian? Does this mean the gasket or something? We can deal with oil leaks. This video is to figure out the suspension. Hydraulic ABC. Look at all that wetness. Well, we got a good look at the cats, which are right in front of my face. Here they are, 1 and 2. So when we go to straight pipe this car, we may, I'm not exactly sure yet, but we may just cut it there right after the cat so we don't get check engine lights and running issues. But then from there back, we chop off all the resonators, mufflers, and all that kind of stuff. So cross over and get that high-pitched V12 sound. So I don't know, we'll see. 5 for 5 on leaking components. Oil, transmission fluid, hydraulics, whatever the heck this thing is. Oh geez, yeah, look at this, all scraped up. Look at that, it's all shiny. That means this dude was driving like this for a long time. Maybe the fix was way too expensive and he didn't want to deal with it, so he just drove around, which is not a good idea. Because
it does look like all of these leaks are coming from above. At least these hydraulic fluid leaks are all coming down this frame rail up here and on the inside of the wheel well liner, but maybe the pump above.
Which we hope it's not the pump. The pump even I think is like 500 to 1,000 bucks. So that's a huge plus that we have it, but ideally we were really hoping it wouldn't be that. But let's go look at the top side. Maybe we'll take off the wheel. I don't know, maybe we'll do the oil change, but there's your look underneath the car. We have 100 different oil leaks. Obviously 850 bucks. It's not gonna be perfect.
Yeah, but you gotta inchworm it.
We need a lift. That's gonna happen ASAP. And actually, since Christian's trying his best to get everything below cleaned up, I might as well hit the top. I haven't cleaned it yet, and as you guys know, I love cleaning engine bays. But for example, the green UGR, this thing looked pretty bad when we first got it, and then I got to cleaning it, now it looks amazing. Same goes with the truck and every car that we get for that matter. I love cleaning engine bays. So this one is of course extra dirty. I've got the cleaning supplies. All it is scrubbing bubbles and paper towels. Like that's it. You guys always wonder, it's those 2 things. No, scrubbing bubbles didn't pay us to do this video, but hey, I will gladly take a sponsorship because I've been using them for the past 5 years. And of course, we did it with the Verde Ethic gloves, even though we're not working on the Lamborghini today. So without further ado, let's get into a little cinematic of an engine bay cleaning of this V12 Mercedes. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and there you guys have it. We got a night and day difference. This clearly adds at least 50 horsepower. It is proven scientific fact. Your car runs better when the engine bay is clean. Now, Christian, you're working on something over here.
Yeah, look at this.
Check that out, Christian.
I think I fixed it.
Christian said he just fixed it. No way, it's pumping up. Dude, it's working.
Suspiciously one pump at a time.
Oh, so this is what it should actually ride like.
That was sagging so much, I pumped it up so much and we're still not off.
We can finally see the tires. Before we couldn't even see the tread because we couldn't even see into the wheel arches. All right, time to see if these are fake AMG wheels or genuine ones. I think they're off an E-Class. We determined, you guys commented, it looks like they're off like an E550 AMG package. So like, yes, they're AMG wheels, but I guess they're not off an E63, so.
Man, we're missing a lug bolt. Gosh, and this lug bolt is different than the rest. Better not be a different size.
So we only have 4?
That better not be the wrong thread pitch. This one that's different than the rest.
A few minutes later.
That it? Okay. So I guess they just had them really cranked down. All right, let me see these stampings. Is this an AMG wheel or not? Oh, wait, I think I see a Mercedes logo. Hold up. Yes, right there, Mercedes logo. There we go, these are probably worth at least 850 bucks. The whole price of the car right here in the set of wheels. Yeah, should we swap the wheels, guys? What do you think? We could easily sell these and put on way cheaper wheels or something a little bit different. I mean, these are really cool. I do like this setup. I don't know, it just doesn't scream S-Class.
Boy.
So I think we can go with something cooler if you guys want.
Got some camber wear. I wonder why.
We have a big problem on our hands.
You saw how tight it was that the electric impact wrench wasn't taking it off? Yeah, it was too tight, so it brought the threads out with it. That's unfortunate because that means a whole new hub, pain in the butt, that we shouldn't have to deal with if somebody didn't over tighten these lugs.
We'll just run 4 for now.
Maybe so. That's probably what they were doing and why they like tightened them down like crazy like that.
There we go. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Huh. So a little bit of frame rail in the way. So I was seeing it all drip down right along this ridge.
Okay, so then that means it's like on the other side of that.
The next day.
Alrighty everybody, day 2. We cleaned it all up yesterday. Any new leaks are our active leaks and we should be able to identify where they're coming from now. So Jeffrey started poking around down there.
Let's take a look. What do we see? So check this out. Good news is, we'll start off with that. Here's the oil pan. These scrapes obviously weren't bad enough. There is still no leak. So that means we can do an oil change right now.
If we have not run the car since we cleaned it up, so any leaks that we do find should be low pressure leaks. All right, so after taking a step back and thinking about things, thinking about how the system works, the fact that our hydraulic suspension is not working makes it seem like it's the high pressure side. We can have leaks on the low pressure side, little reservoir leaks, little return hose leaks. That would not keep our suspension from functioning. And we also need to do an oil change anyway. So Jeffrey is going to start up the car, warm up the oil. I'm gonna get under there now that everything's clean, really look hard for any high pressure leaks in particular, and we should be able to find something.
3, 2, 1, fire in the hole. Yes, sir. Let's go. Sounds good. About to sound a whole lot better when we straight pipe it. As soon as we can drive it to the exhaust shop, then we will straight pipe it. Coming soon, maybe part 5 or 6. Christian's been looking for the past 5 minutes for this leak, and neither him from down there or me from up here can find any sort of leakage. When we first got the car and when we first pulled it up on here, it was literally like an active leak, like literally dripping every couple minutes, and now nothing. So I don't know, if we can't figure it out, we may just go like coilovers. I'm not sure. Maybe comment down below if you got suggestions, but we're gonna do the oil change.
So maybe the guy did have a professional diagnosis, diagnosed it as the pump, and sure enough, that's why there's a pump in the trunk. And he didn't replace it because
it's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare. We know that it's not a line, very confident that it's a pump, so we can now look into how many hours will it take to replace that pump, how much would it cost for a coilover setup and then the time to install those.
Yeah, you guys were commenting dozens of times, like coilovers, 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 just go with coilovers, you know, ditch the whole system altogether. And that's an idea, so we may do that.
So installing coilovers on all four corners versus replacing one pump, it might be kind of even.
Comment down below, guys. Okay, oil change, at least this is easy enough.
Eventually.
Oh my gosh, just like somebody cranked down the lug bolt, somebody cranked down this oil pan bolt. I swear if these threads are stripped, that'll ruin your day. Or it just hasn't had an oil change in a very long time. My goodness.
2 very boring minutes later.
All right, you got it. Let's let that horrible, black, disgusting, however old this oil is, drain out.
Oh, I'm in a white shirt. Oh my goodness.
The pan catch it all.
Jeez.
Here it comes. Oh my. Remember, that's gonna fill up really fast. You gotta get the jug.
Oh crap.
The bottle. The empty bottle.
By sheer coincidence.
Well, is it bad that I saw that coming?
Well, not my proudest moment.
Remember, it's gonna fill up really fast. You gotta get the jug.
Normally, we're really good at math, and I still believe our calculations should have been correct.
No! No!
That is a 7-quart drain pan, and we were at least 2 quarts low. We were not even registering on the dipstick, and this has a 9.5 quart capacity. And it's still dripping out. There should be only 7 quarts in here. It should maybe be overflowing the drain pan a little bit, okay? Either the dipstick in there was too short of a dipstick and we did overfill it, but why would there be the wrong dipstick in there?
This makes no sense. Well, we're gonna have to clean this up now. This absolutely sucks, but at least we'll get a crazy thumbnail out of it and clickbait you guys into thinking this car just like had a huge oil leak. And I know we're gonna title this video something like, oh my gosh, end of the S600, rest in peace S600, like huge oil leak, something. Well, I mean, that's not even that far of like an extension of the truth, because I would say 9 out of every 10 people with an S600 in this condition, worth this little, needing this much work, they would probably just scrap it, sell it for parts, get rid of it. But I don't think we can do that. We're so far into this project, we can't turn back now. Yes, it's gonna need a lot of work fixing all these things, but with your guys' support, I think we can get it done, and we want to see it live on. Yeah, so there you guys have it. It's getting really late. It's gonna take forever to clean up. Bah humbug. But we definitely had some good content in this video. At least we figured out that it's most likely that ABC pump, which was in the trunk of the car, so that makes sense. He probably got diagnosed, and they said, hey, you need an ABC pump, so he bought one, and he didn't want to put it in because it was gonna cost so much money. But I just didn't trust anything with this car. You know, a new car to you, you really want to get up, get under it. We are leaning toward that, so comment down below if we should just do coilovers and ditch all of this garbage ABC hydraulic baloney. Like, yeah, I'm guessing it's amazing when it works and must ride like you're on a cloud. But so comment down below, or if you have any connections or know what our problem is here, but we're leaning toward that pump, which would really suck. So we'll see how this all pans out.
It'll just slow us down a bit, one step back, but we're gonna get
we'll figure it out.
You know, back on a roll in no time.
We got lucky the first few videos, so now, hey, I mean, our luck has caught up to us.
Okay.
That's where we're at, but hope you guys enjoyed this quick little upload. Appreciate everyone who came out to the subscriber meetup today for 1 million subscribers. We posted about that on our Instagram. We had a ton of people come out, so if you were one of them, you're an OG. Thank you so much. That was so much fun hanging out with you guys.
Again, thank you. 1 million subscribers would not be possible without each and every one of you. Got us to that milestone. So we really appreciate that. And in return, we are giving away the Porsche Boxster. And it is a really nice, fun car. I think whoever wins it will be thrilled.
Literally all you have to do is hit 3 buttons, subscribe to this channel and subscribe to our other 2 channels, JR Business and JR Aviation. And then just from there, follow us on Instagram at JR Garage. And that's it. That's it. 3 buttons, free. You don't have to pay us a cent, and you may just win a Porsche. We hope it goes to a good home. Winner is getting picked within about a week, 8-9 days before Halloween, or maybe on Halloween. So before October's over, someone's gonna be winning our car. So we're excited for that. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Have a great night as we clean up this massive disaster.
How did I keep this white shirt white even after that?
That's a good point. Take care, guys. Have a good night.
Say that it feels right.